Every good van life day starts with you being spontaneous and a little adventurous. Because if you keep doing the same thing every day, you're gonna get the same outcome. Today we were supposed to be driving back to Vancouver Island and well, we ended up driving the complete opposite direction. Welcome to my van life day.
Where the heck are we? We drove 4 hours this morning into Caramias, British Columbia. All down these streets here, as far as you can see, is nothing but fruit stand after fruit stand after fruit stand. This is orchard country. These fields out here are loaded full of apples, cherries, peaches, and whatever else, kind of grapes, tons of crazy cool stuff. It's a little early in the season for all that stuff, but normally all these fruit stands are hustling and bustling with Okanagan fruit. It's pretty awesome. But what are we doing here? We're actually out here to see the guy that's gonna do the rust repair on my van to kind of come up with a bit of a game plan.
When the body guy told me that he was in Caramias, BC, I didn't even have to think about it. I was like, yep, I'll drive out there tomorrow. Because any town that has more fruit trees than human beings is my kind of town.
I just met up with the repair guy. He said chrome is not that bad. I guess I made it sound like it's my home, so anytime you see a little crack or a hole in anything in the body, it always seems worse than it is to you. He was like, it's no big deal, man. And I guess the video that I sent him made it look really, really bad. He's like, Chrome, no problem. We'll get those few little spots buckled up for you and we'll get you back on the road, no problem. So we went over to the town right next door to Lordco Auto Parts and we ordered up the body panel pieces I'm gonna need to cover up those rust areas. So he's gonna cut all that rust out and get those new panel pieces put on top, and then we're gonna just putty it all over there so it's all nice and smooth with the body. Then I'm probably just gonna run a spray bomb or something like that over top of there. So for those, I spray bombed my van on my own a few years back. So I'm just gonna grab the same can of rattle paint, paint up over those little panel pieces, paint up my doors at the same time, and then we will probably end up rock guarding the whole bottom side of my van just to protect any moisture or anything like that getting up at all of that rust repair stuff and hopefully make the bottom of my van last a little longer.
And it didn't take very long before I decided I'm done with the pavement. Seems to be a part of my everyday these days is to do whatever I can to spend as much time on the dirt. So here we go again. Welcome to the Backcountry.
Hey buddy, where are we? I love British Columbia, Canada. Maybe I'm biased because I was born and raised here, but holy damn, poke your nose down any dirt road and you come across another free recreational site in the middle of a mountain paradise. This one's called Red Bridge Recreational Site. What? I always split my bacon into usable size packs. So I kind of just cut those packs in half. I don't go through a lot of bacon, but when it's on sale somewhere, I always have a tendency of picking it up. I've probably got like 4 packs of bacon in my fridge right now, my freezer. What do you want, buddy? Who do you want? I got you something up here though, but it's frozen. I picked him up some beef marrow bones. Hey, look at these big bad boys. Hey. Oh, good stuff. I had a subscriber of ours send us through some of these. They're called Fireside Flavor. I just grabbed one out of the drawer. I didn't even read it. It's called Last Dollar. Damn good, man. Toss some of that in the steak. Woo! Taking these door panels off a few times now, I should be an expert. When I was in town with Sander today at Lordco, I stopped and picked myself up some new door locks. This door lock has been, well, for one, it's falling out, and two, it stopped turning about a week before it broke. So this outdoor lock's been a little loose. It's got some surface rust around the outside. It needs to be sanded and sprayed. But the lock itself stopped turning a long time ago. This slips off of there, and then you slide the new one back on and put it back in. And then it's got a little clamp on the back that holds this whole thing in. Brand new lock, baby. Well guys, a brand new segment here on Van City Van Life. It's called Crafting in the Woods with Chrome. I'm not good at crafting. Hey-o. Here we go. I painted a little white on my key so I know the difference between the key to my driver's door and then the key to all other doors. I just can't take on projects. Like, look at this paint all over me. All over me, just for a couple of dots. Look at me. It's even on the opposite. How am I supposed to? It's on the opposite key. All right, that one's empty. When I was at the grocery store today in Karamias, I was going to top that up, but I didn't think it was empty. All good. That's why we carry 2 jugs, so you know, if we ever get in this scenario over here, we're not stuck without water. We've got an extra 27 liters always on hand. It's definitely a little colder now that we've driven inland. We're about 4 hours from Vancouver, and over there it's probably about 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. Here it's between 0 and 3 degrees Celsius. Maybe 5 during the day today, but it's been a pretty chilly day out. If it wasn't for these mountains and us being squashed between that big rock and that big rock, we just may have a little bit of sunshine. But as the sun goes down here tonight, me and Cruzy are going to take off inside the van. Hey, Cruzy. Hey, you look at his tail wiggle. You want to go inside? Want to go inside? Yeah, my boy. That's my boy. I have one more door to do the door lock on, and that's this one here. But the problem is all this stuff has to come off of the door. I was gonna take it off today, but I'm going back to J5 Custom Vans anyway over the next couple of weeks. So I'll take it off there just in case I have any problems, because this box here goes back twice as deep into the door and gets screwed to these little metal brackets. And I don't wanna screw up those little metal brackets. Because when you take a screw out of something and put it back in, you can only do that so many times before you destroy that hole. And I don't want to be responsible for having to try to screw something in 2 or 3 times. I'll just wait till I go to the guy that helped put all this stuff into my van. But yeah, my door locks, those little puppies there. When I first purchased my van, I bought a full set of door locks from Amazon. They were like $100, but the problem sometimes when you purchase those cheaper items, like from Amazon or you order something from overseas, is that sometimes they're just not quality. So they may have been cheap, they may have did the job, but I've had many finicky moments with my locks over the last few years. So I'll let you guys know if buying them from an actual parts store makes them last longer. Someone asked me the other day how I keep my paper towel from like unraveling. Just these little clips here I got from the dollar store. The paper towel holder was put on my door recently when the door panels were done. Somebody asked me, why did I buy one for home? Why didn't I go to the RV store and buy one for a movable vehicle? I'm like, what? I don't go to RV stores. I have usually no need to go in them because technically I live in a van and not a big RV, so I don't even think about those places. And they're like, yeah, they make paper towel holders at the RV stores that have a tension plate in it. So there's a plate on either side that squishes the roll together so the roll can't easily turn. Meaning that if you pull a piece off, it doesn't sit there and unravel forever. I don't know if it works or not, but they're probably pretty expensive from the RV store. So yeah, I just use works. With my shoes. Okay. Putting down this towel is my attempt at having a mud room to keep from tracking all that dirt inside the van. I've been hanging my jackets lately on the back of my seat. And I don't know why I never thought about doing that before. Because I was hanging my jackets up here for a while. That's why we added some extra hooks. Because I had my shirts and my jackets all around here. I never thought about using that space. I don't know why. I've been super generous with people every time I bump into another van dweller. I'm like, hey man, you guys want some Jiffy Pop? Because I bought a 24 pack of these things from Amazon. I had way too many in my van. But it makes me sad now because now I'm down to my last one. I gave so many away that I forgot to keep some for me. Time to make some popcorn, baby. Who needs a microwave when you can do it L1980s style? It so works. Look up there. Look at my ceiling. That's a part of my van I just don't really appreciate as much as I should. Today, believe it or not, I was lying on the floor right here, looking straight up, and just appreciating my van from a different angle. The color scheme in here just completely worked out. There was no real big plan. I just bought these wall panels first, and then that turned into, well, now I want to keep everything in this color scheme, so gray and white, but it all started there. But everything worked out. Like the wood grain looks good against the white, and the gray and the black there looks good against the black from here. Everything just tied itself in. So good. But you see that little red light, the green light right there? I was driving around today and all of a sudden you heard this beep, 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 and I hadn't heard that noise in a long time. I'm like, what is that? I thought it was my battery dead in my mobile hotspot in my van. But nope, it was this. I think it's like overloaded. So the last time it did this, it beeped like probably 30 beeps and then it stopped and then the green light came on. Now the fan just doesn't turn on. So all I did to correct it was pull the fuse out and put the fuse back in and it resets it. So I don't know why it's been doing that, but it's done it twice now. So right back there is the fuse block. I think it's this one here. We'll pull this one out. That's it, my roof fan. And that's it. Things are back to normal. Well, except I need to clean that thing out. I know you guys are a bundle of knowledge and a lot of you guys like to do research. So if you guys do know how come it does that every once in a while, please let me know. It's not been like a thing that's been a problem. I think the last time I did it was probably 4 months ago for the first time. It was just weird because Cruz freaked out last time and I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe the carbon monoxide alarm or anything crazy like that was going off, but it wasn't. It was my weird. Open up that window. Yeah. I got the roof fan on, pulling this heat out. It got pretty hot in here. But I love having the window for that because it literally drags that air right over my head and straight out the roof. Pretty pumped to put that window to the serious hot weather test this summer. I got that at the tail end of summer last year, so I never really got to experience the real summer heat with it. So I'm kind of pumped for this year. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching today's video. I know the videos on this channel can be extremely random sometimes because I never know what I'm going to do. The second I get up in the morning, I never have a plan. Like, look, we drove 4 hours today to see my rust repair guy for like 20 minutes. And I'm glad I made this drive because the faster we get started on these projects, the faster they get done, which means the faster we can get on the road for our big summer adventure this year. I still have one major upgrade to tell you guys about. maybe I'll tell you guys about that in the next couple of days. I've been wanting to tell you guys so bad. I am super stoked on getting going on this summer and getting these projects completely finished. But on the note of the rust repair, you guys, I went in and read every single comment on the rust video I posted the other day. And it was mind-blowing to me how many people told me to throw this van in the garbage. How many people told me it's a waste of money to get those little cosmetic pieces, to not get those fixed, to just get rid of this van, buy another van, and move everything from this van over to the next one. I hope you guys aren't homeowners. I hope that when your siding on the side of your house starts to go crinkly, that you just don't throw the whole house out. Because ideally in the same situation, I'm in that situation here in my van. I have a little bit of rust on the body. What, do I just throw the whole house out, or do I just get the little bit of bodywork fixed? I don't know. To me, being a homeowner, this is my home, you just get the bodywork fixed. If you think about this, if you've ever been to a car show, that car show is loaded full of cars that people gave the TLC to that they needed. Most of those cars at one point in their life were just covered in rust, and somebody gave that car the time and the love it needed to shine. And then you're at those car shows enjoying those, what was once an old rust bucket, without a doubt. So don't throw your van away because it has a little bit of rust. If it's going to cost you $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 to fix the rust on a home that is already done and complete, then damn it, you spend the money to get the cosmetic stuff fixed. Or if you're not like me, I like things shiny. I like things pretty. If you're not like me, you just let the rust go. It doesn't hurt my travels. It's not hurting anything. It just doesn't look pretty. And of course, as you look around, I like things to look pretty. So that comes to being the outside of my van. How I present my life is important to me. So what my van looks like parked on the side of a city street is important to me. But please, you guys, if your van has a little bit of rust, don't throw them out. If it's running mechanically and it doesn't have any structural problems, it doesn't have any leaks you can't solve, don't give up on your van. Your van deserves the love, because remember this, if you don't give it the love, whoever buys it after you might give it all the love it needs and turn out to be an amazing home for them for years to come. And then because the van you give up on, you might buy another van, and that other van might be a lemon. And you might have years of just painfulness and throwing money into a van, where I think about that with this one. This van has not been a mechanical money pit. It's been beautiful for it's going on 4 years of being beautiful. Knock on every kind of wood possible. But I'm not giving up on this thing. I still got a few more years of adventuring down the road in this one. So, yeah, don't throw your vans away over rust. To me, that was... I got frustrated reading those comments. I'm like, why would you throw this and give my van away? I'm so sorry. Sorry, van. Sorry. I don't think my subscribers meant to say to throw you away. Don't hurt my van's feelings. See you guys.
If you're enjoying our everyday van life and overland adventures here on Van City Van Life, go check out our website at vancityvanlife.ca. We have a list of every single product that makes our van a home there, all nicely laid out for you guys, so that'll answer a lot of the questions that you guys have about our van right there. Anyway, you guys, thanks for riding along. We'll see you guys on the next one.